Okay.
Dah boleh start.
All right. Hope so. Because the layout there is still not showing anything from the clip. Okay. All right. Okay. Very good morning to all of you, those students in YouTube channel and our Google Meet channel. Okay. Today we are going to focus on our first answering technique workshop. So we have our special speaker for today's session. But before that, I would love to introduce myself. All right, my name is Teacher Hazira Binti Romaino, and I am going to be the moderator for today's session. So I will be responsible for hosting this session today. So I'm glad to welcome Puan AZHANI Binti Abdul GHAFAR, who will present the topic on review writing. Okay, apart from that, I would love to welcome our head of language in SMK Sri Rahmat, Puan Noresha Othman, and also our technical teacher here. We have our Ustad Haswari with us today. But before that, I would love to check whether you can hear the voice clearly or not. If so, you can type in the live chat there. You just say yes or no, whether you can hear the voice clearly or not. Okay. All right. So now, before we start, let me explain how you can talk during this session. If you have any question during the presentation, you just need to write down in the chat box there. Okay, then Teacher AZHANI will answer to it at the end of the session. So now I will like to welcome Teacher AZHANI to take over this floor to start her presentation.
Thank you, Teacher Hazira. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about your paper 3. Sorry, your writing paper, part 3, which is the extended writing. All right, previously, I'm sure you must have had lessons on book reviews, film reviews, and so on. Okay, but today we're going to focus on restaurant review. Oops, sorry. Okay, first of all, a refresher for you. Okay, things for you to know about part 3 of your SPM writing paper. Okay, first of all, there will be 3 questions in the paper, but you are only required to answer one of the questions, yeah? Okay, how many marks will be given to you? 20. Okay, a total of 20 marks for this particular section or part. All right, how many words must you write? 200 to 250 words. Okay, and lastly, of course, you must write in appropriate format or style based on the question that is given to you. Okay, next. You are already in Form 5 this year. Okay, you must already know what is your target. What do you want to achieve, okay, for your English paper, particularly for your writing paper? Okay, do you want to aim for just B1, okay, or B2, or the better grade C1? Okay, so are you going to be able to write a lot of content based on the question? Okay, is it going to be enough? Is it going to give you 5 marks? Are you able to communicate well with the reader or with the examiner? Okay, can you get 4 or 5? Okay. Are you good at planning or organizing your points or your ideas in your essay? Okay. And lastly, are you able to use suitable and appropriate language and style when you write your essays? Okay. So you have to set your target. Which grade are you aiming for? Ask yourselves. Next, we come to the real thing. Okay, what is a review? All right, basically, it is a judgment or discussion of the quality of something. Okay, so basically, you are the judge for something, whether it's good or bad. Is it of good quality, or high quality, or a low quality? Okay, it can be a subject, okay, a particular thing. Okay, um, next, a report. Okay, it's basically something like a report on something you like or dislike based on your own opinion. Okay, you're not looking for anyone else's but your own opinion. Okay, you write based on your own personal view. All right, next, based on something that you have experienced personally. That means you actually went through that thing. You actually read that thing, or read the book, or you actually ate the food. Okay, you actually watched the movie, and so on and so forth. Next, what is the purpose of a review? In other words, why do people write reviews? Okay, reviewing can encourage observation, perception, and general awareness both during and after experiences. Okay, for example, when you write a review, okay, it will motivate other people, to have a better observation, to look more carefully, okay, have a personal perception, okay, and awareness for that subject. Okay, all right. And the next one is other people read your reviews to get information about the subject and your opinion on it. Okay, people would be interested to read any information you have about the place, the food, the book, the movie, and so on. Okay, they want to know your view, your opinion. Okay, next. What can we review? Okay, there are a few things that we can review. As you can see here, we can review books. Okay, you can write book reports. You can have film or movie reviews. You can make reviews on food. Okay, you can write reviews on restaurants, mobile phones or your gadgets, and also games. Okay, and lastly, people have also made reviews. Okay, as you can see here, this picture here, this boy, little boy, Ryan, he has already done toy reviews. He has his own channel on YouTube. Okay, and lastly, you can make reviews on parks. Okay, write reviews on parks. Okay, before you start writing anything, okay, you must know some things. Okay, you must know a few things. Okay, what must you know before writing a review? Firstly, you must know your purpose. What is the purpose of you writing the review? Okay, next, you must have a structure or an outline. Okay, how are you going to write the review? Okay, how many paragraphs, what must you write in each paragraph, and so on. Okay, next, you have to have your opinion, okay, on some of the elements or criteria on what you are reviewing. Okay, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, right? Common topics. What are the other what are areas that you want to touch on when you review the subject? Okay. Let's say, what can you talk about when you want to review a particular type of food? Okay. Uh, Packaging, the look of the food, presentation, and so on. Okay, the subtopics. Okay, the same goes for the information. Okay, this is probably at the beginning, introduction. Okay, general information about the subject that you are reviewing. Okay, style or tone. How are you going to write the language? Oh, sorry, what kind of language are you going to use? Okay, what is your tone um, when writing the review? Is it formal, or is it informal or casual? Okay, so you must know roughly 6 of these things, okay, before you start writing a review. Next, okay, the outline or the layout of a review. All right, it doesn't matter whether you are writing a review on a book, a film, a particular type of food, or a restaurant. The outline is basically the same. Okay, so we can say that you should have 4 paragraphs. Okay, so the first paragraph would be your introduction. Okay, and before you start writing, you have to have a title. Okay, you have to have a title. What is a suitable title for the review? Okay, next, you have to have your stand. Okay, there must be some kind of statement that shows whether you like the subject or you dislike the subject, or whether it is positive or negative. Okay, next, description. Okay, what is description? Basically, it depends on the requirements of the question. It is a general overview. Okay, what is that subject? Describe it. Okay, you might use a lot of adjectives and adverbs to describe the subject which is being reviewed. Okay, later on we will probably see more clearly. Okay, in the next slide. Discussion. Okay, discussion is basically where you put in all your opinion and comments about the subject which is being reviewed. Okay, whether um, it could be negative or positive comments. Okay, pros and cons. And lastly, you have to give your recommendation. Okay, what is recommendation? It is basically a personal opinion, meaning you are telling the readers whether they should or shouldn't read or watch or go to the subject that you have reviewed. Okay, again, they could be both positive or negative. Sorry, I didn't say that. What I meant was they could either be positive or negative. Okay, whether you want to tell the readers to go for it or don't waste their time. Okay, don't go or don't do, don't buy, and so on. Okay, that would be recommendation. Okay, review do's. Okay, what you have to do um, when writing a review. Okay, just like the previous slide, first of all, you have to start your review by having a title. Okay, what is a suitable title for your review? Next, start with the question. Okay, you are required, or you are um, it is best for you to start any review with a question. Okay, it is to engage the reader to continue continue reading. Okay, Some of the examples here. Um, are you the adventurous type who would dine in at every new restaurant in town? Okay. Or are you a hardcore fan of Korean food? Okay, it could be the other way around, yeah? The difference in the sentence. Okay, engaging introduction. Okay, what's in the first paragraph could be interesting, okay, or it invites your attention, invite your reader's attention. Okay, that is engaging. Okay, follow the outline. Okay, so the previous slide, you already have the outline. So you must have first the introduction, next description, after that discussion, and lastly recommendation. Okay, next you have to stay focused. Okay, that means you pay attention only to what you need to write about. Okay, don't stray from the question. Don't get overexcited and put in things which are not necessary. Okay. All right. Next, you put in descriptive words. Okay, descriptive words. From here, you know that you need to describe or explain. Okay, you can have a lot of adjectives which explain nouns, kata sifat yang menerangkan kata nama, okay, and adverbs, okay, perkataan yang menerangkan verbs atau kata kerja, okay, and then you need to use a specific language to give opinions. Okay, so here are some possible examples for it. I think, in my opinion, for me, from my point of view, etc., etc. Okay, right. As for recommendation, there are also some. Um, there are also some examples, okay, that you could use, okay, to give a positive feedback or negative feedback, right? So you could say, I would strongly recommend, okay, or this restaurant would be absolutely perfect for, okay, maybe in brackets, or the continuation would be for what, families, or you want to say lovebirds because it looks so romantic and so on. Okay, in conclusion, I would highly recommend this cafe to, okay, so obviously you know that this sentence belong to the bottom part of your essay. On the other hand, if you do not recommend, or if you had a bad experience at the restaurant, okay, we're talking about restaurant now, we're focusing on restaurant, I certainly wouldn't recommend, okay, probably the name of the restaurant here. Okay, you should probably give the name of the restaurant here a miss. Okay, so that means don't go there. All right. And the last one, to sum it up. Okay, so this is something like in conclusion, right? I don't think the name of the restaurant is a what, suitable, appropriate, um, maybe uh, recommended, okay, restaurant to go to, or something like that. Okay. All right. Moving on. We have here, I hope you can see the small font. This is a restaurant review template. Okay, which means it has a few elements that you might want to consider when you want to give your review. Okay, so let's just go through them. Give the details of the restaurant you are reviewing. Okay, of course, when you want to introduce the restaurant, you have to have um, these details. Okay, first, of course, you want to know what is the name of the restaurant, location, where is the place, where is the restaurant, where is the cafe, what type of restaurant is it? Is it a Japanese restaurant? Is it an Italian restaurant? Is it a Korean franchise restaurant? Okay. Next, hours of operation. Okay. What days is it open? What are the business hours of the restaurant? Okay, let's say, for example, it opens from 10 to 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., for example. Okay, all right, next one. Okay, so I've put there, this can come under introduction. Okay, so you could write these kind of things in your introduction. Okay, next, menu items. Okay, um, what is offered? Okay, that means what does the restaurant or cafe have for you as the patrons? Okay, the patrons or people who go there. Appetizers, entrees, and desserts. Okay, appetizers tu macam, oops, apa the little things that will not normally will not make you feel full. Okay, it's like snacks. Entrees, entrees are actually the main menu. Okay, for example, what is the main menu? Uh, Chicken rice or lamb ribs. Okay, or what else? Japchae, japchae. Okay. All right, special deals. Okay, you might have some promotions. Kid menu, especially for kids. Maybe they have a kid menu, okay, which has maybe smaller portions, okay, or a limited set of menu. Senior menu, okay, probably something which is more appropriate for senior citizens. Daily specials, okay, every day they have a special menu, okay. Early bird special, okay. Early bird means people who come to the people who come to the people who come to the restaurant or cafe early. Okay, that means as soon as they open. For example, the restaurant opens at 11 and the patron comes at 11 or 11:05. Okay, or perhaps they have a promotion whereby patrons or customers can buy the promotion online or something, okay, and get a special offer, maybe 20% off. Okay, special diets, okay, vegetarians, okay, this should be in a part of your um, review. Okay, if you are a vegetarian, you might want to have that. Vegetarian offerings, gluten-free offerings. Okay, these are for health-conscious people. Okay, unlike me. Okay, what is the cost of items? Of course, you have um, the price for each menu item. Okay, so that will be the description, and you can give a lot of adjectives for these items here. What did you order? Okay, this is your personal experience. Okay, it could be discussion also. Okay, describe or think of all five senses what you ate during your visit. Okay, can you um can you smell it? Does it have a very appealing, a very inviting aroma? Okay, what about the plating? What about the presentation on your plates? Okay, on your table, are the cutlery arranged nicely? Okay. Um, does the plating look so interesting? Does it make you feel like you want to try the food, want to gobble up the food quickly? Okay. Would you recommend it? Why or why not? Okay, I think this would be at the last part here, actually. Okay, never mind. Think about creative word choice. Okay, you can use bombastic words here, okay, to describe whatever you experience there. Okay, next, were the servers and hosts polite and helpful? Okay, so basically we normally call them waiters and waitresses. Okay, so do they greet you nicely? Do they show you the your table nicely? Were they very resourceful? Did you help you with what you didn't understand about the menu and so on? Okay, how long did you have to wait? Did you have a good experience or bad experience about this? Did you have to be in a queue to enter the restaurant? Okay, um, was the overall service good or bad? Explain. Okay, you can do this here as the discussion part. You want to say whether um, the waiter's attitude was good. Okay, did you feel you are welcome there? Does it make you? Did your experience make you feel you want to repeat your visit to the restaurant? Okay, so explain. Next, atmosphere. Okay, atmosphere. There is this funky word that you can use. It also means atmosphere. It is ambiance. Okay, ambiance. It means when you enter the place, how does it feel? How does it cater to the guests? Okay, do you feel calm, noisy? Does it make you feel anxious? You feel worried about something bad might happen? Okay, so these are some of the words. Is it kid friendly? Is it dark? Is it fancy? Okay, fancy. Fancy might uh it could describe a place which might have a theme, a particular theme. Let's say the color. As theme, part of the theme is color, the color scheme. Okay, let's say it's like IKEA. Okay, the main color is what? Yellow and then a little bit of blue, right? Okay, so something like that. Or does it have a theme? Let's say Halloween. Okay, so it's fancy. They have pumpkins everywhere and they have skeletons all decorated and something like that. What is the decor like? Okay, does it look like a family restaurant or does it look like an English garden kind of thing? Is it loud? Okay, do they have background music? Is it suitable? Does it make you feel calm or does it make you feel like you want to bang your head? Okay, or does it have a live band? You might want to consider those things. And lastly, sorry, overall or conclusion, okay, which is where you should have your recommendation basically. How was your overall experience at this restaurant? Would you ever go back? Why or why not? Would you recommend this restaurant to anyone? Okay, so this is basically the last one. The last one is important. Okay, your recommendation. Do you want to spread the word, good or bad words about the restaurant? Okay, so that would be recommendation. Next, okay, some of the vocabulary, okay, kosakata, antara kosakata yang kamu nak uh, pertimbangkan untuk letak dalam review tentang restoran kamu. Okay, some words relevant to a restaurant review in terms of food and drinks. Okay, I have highlighted some here. I think most are very general vocabulary. Okay, first one is taste buds. Okay, let's say it tickles your taste buds. Okay, for example, it means you are you like the taste. Okay, it is nice, it is delicious. Okay, sweet tooth. Okay, I'm sure you've heard this before. What does it mean? I'm sure some of you got this right. It means someone who likes sweet things, particularly dessert. Okay, ice cream or maybe pies, sweet pies. Okay, apple pie and so on. Appetizer. Okay, I've touched on this earlier on. Entree, I've already touched on this also. This is the same thing, yeah. A la carte. Okay, a la carte is basically a single menu. Okay, let's say you have a promotion. Let's say you go to McDonald's and you have an option of whether you want to have a double cheeseburger only, okay, or Do you want a combo meal or value meal of double cheeseburger, drink, plus fries? Okay, so a la carte is just, for example, a double cheeseburger. All right, free flow. Okay, normally free flow has to do with drinks. Okay, and normally plain water. Okay, either plain water or carbonated drinks, okay, Coke, 7-Up and all that, okay. So when you request for it, you say, excuse me, can I have a refill, please? Okay, so the waiter will come to you and pour more drinks for you without any extra charge. Topping. Okay, maybe you have ordered a sundae. Alamak, I forgot to put sundae here. SUNDAE. So it basically means ice cream. Okay, what topping would you like? Would you like some sprinkles of chocolate rice? Do you want some sprinkles of almond, what do you call that? Flakes? Okay. Okay, dessert, you know, variety buffet. Buffet, okay, I'm sure you know buffet. So you pay a certain amount of money to eat as much as you like. Okay, net. Okay, sometimes in the menu, you can see the net price. Okay, that means there is no tax um, put on you. Okay, no service tax, no, what do you call that? Service tax basically for restaurants. Okay, gooey. Gooey like sticky and you know creamy thick. Today's special, okay? Special menu. Gravy. What you have with your steaks maybe? Okay. Refills. Okay, just now refills, reflow, refills. Connect. These are connected. Blah blah blah. Okay, mocktail. Okay, probably some of you have heard of this mocktail. Okay. Hold on. Mocktail is basically from the word mock is tipu, acha-acha. Okay, so mocktail is you can imagine you are. I'm sure you've watched lots of TV programs or movies in which people drink alcohol or cocktails. Okay, a few types of drinks put in your glass. Okay, so mocktail is non-alcoholic basically. Okay, cocktails normally have alcohol. Okay, sourish. Okay, that means the food tastes sour. Okay, masam-masam. Tangy. Tangy is something like tajam. Okay, it's like, for example, lemon. A lemon is the taste of lemon is tangy. Okay, aftertaste. That means after you've eaten, there's something lingering in your throat. You can feel, I don't know, something burning, or you can feel fiery. Okay, after you ate some sambal. Okay, something. I like to highlight this, people. Black pepper, black pepper sauce, yeah? Not black paper. It's totally different thing, yeah? All right, so doneness. Doneness is for like, you go to Tony Roma's and the waiter there asks you, okay, how well would you like your steak? I'd like it medium well, please. Okay, that means how is it cooked? Okay, is it cooked just a bit, or is it cooked to until it is like macam selipar? No, 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 no. Okay, right. We move on to the next vocabulary. Okay, uh, interior decoration or exterior. Okay, just now under atmosphere we have ambience, which is the mood the place sets for you. Okay, how do you feel? Do you feel hot? Do you feel? Is it stuffy? Is it too closed? Okay. Um, next, sullen and somber. These are negative. Okay, these are negative words. It's like when you go into the cafe or into the restaurant, you feel like so gloomy. You don't feel happy. It's not sure. It's not cheerful at all. Okay. Maybe the paint is like old. Okay. Sorry. Next, family friendly. Okay, so maybe it's the arrangement of the or the sitting positions. Okay, or the sitting arrangements of the tables, the chairs. Okay, we have booths. Okay, or tables. Okay, you can see from the picture here. Here are the booths. Okay, in that kind of cave-like thing. Okay, and they also have this normal table arrangement. Okay, is it child friendly? Okay, that means do they have things that can endanger or can harm your children or not? Okay, so it is hazardous lah if they have those things. Okay, and the last set of vocabulary would be service or workers. Okay, so we probably know that at restaurants they have supervisors, they have chefs or cooks, and um, they have waiters and waitresses, managers, and so on, cashiers. Yeah. Okay, I forgot to put them here, but I'm sure you can think of that. Chirpy. Okay, so when you are welcomed by someone who is chirpy, you feel a bit sort of infected by the person's cheerfulness. Okay, you feel sort of happy. Okay, but then maybe if you're in a bad mood, you might not get infected. Okay, you will be still gloomy and sad and angry and so on. Okay, sulky is the opposite of being chirpy. So you like frowning. Okay, maybe the worker had is having a bad day. Okay, so he or she is sulking. Okay, monyok muka, monyok tak ceria. Okay, chirpy tu semua positif. Eccentric. Okay, eccentric could be a, a worker, okay, waiter or waitress who is a bit different, who has a bit of a different characteristic, probably showing more, being more outspoken or more entertaining. Okay, a little bit different from the normal. Um, hold on. From the normal type of people. Okay, it is not necessarily good or bad, or positive or negative. Okay, resourceful. Okay, so that means the worker or the people at the restaurant um, can think quickly in order to help you. Okay, maybe they are lacking of something, they can replace it with something else and so on quickly. Okay, knowledgeable. Okay, maybe let's say you you are at a restaurant for the first time. Okay, you want to try this restaurant, you want to try eating at this restaurant. Okay, so you are not sure of the menu. Okay, maybe the names of the food there are so wow, so fancy. Okay, so the server, okay, the waiter or waitress must be knowledgeable. Okay, he or she must know his stuff. His stuff as in, okay, what is this? What exactly is this menu? What is in this menu? Does it have alcohol? Is it halal and so on? Okay. Uh, all right. Self-service. So you have to go and take the food yourself. Okay. Like for example, buffet. Okay, it's partly self-service. You have to serve yourself. You have to take the food by yourselves. Entertaining. Is the worker or staff, the waiter entertaining? Has a special kind of character. Okay, so maybe for some places they have special, they can entertain some special requests or events. For example, the waiters can sing to you um, if your family wants to give you a surprise cake or something, okay, for your birthday. Um, does the restaurant provide music, live music, or do they play music over the PA system, or do they have a live piano player? Okay, puzzles. Maybe some of you might wonder why is this word puzzles here? Some restaurants might provide children with some puzzles for to keep them occupied, to keep them from running around in the restaurant. Okay, unaware. Okay, this is as opposed to alert. Okay, alert is okay. The worker knows if something is wrong and can immediately act on it. Okay, plating. Okay, maybe how you arrange the food on the plates. Okay, decorate the plate and so on. Kaiten belt is basically normally for Japanese restaurants. Okay, let's say Sushi King. Okay, Sushi King, they have this. Okay, we are finishing soon. Hold on. All right, we come to this. Okay, we have come to this sample question. Okay, of course, we have looked at the outline, we have looked at the vocabulary, the tips and techniques. Okay, so we have come to the sample question. Okay, question 3. Okay, basically this is part 3, okay, of your writing paper, extended question. Okay, extended writing, sorry. Question 3 or 4. It's either question 3 or 4. So here is question 3. You have found the following advertisement online. Restaurant reviews wanted. Have you been to a great restaurant lately? If so, send us an honest review of the restaurant, explaining what you liked and disliked of the places as well as its location, staff, and how it looks on the inside. Okay, we will publish the first 20 decent reviews. Decent means good. Okay, write your review between 200 to 200 words. Okay, so that is the task already given as the sample. Okay, model answer. All right, so uh, so this person or this student has imagined that it's California Cafe. Okay, so you can see here, what I have highlighted here in yellow is, have you ever been to the best American fast food restaurant in town? Okay, so remember, you want to have a title and you want to start your review with a question. Okay, being a huge fan of traditional American fast food and restaurant styles, it's no wonder that my favorite restaurant in Malaysia is California Cafe. This restaurant is rather special and it is one of its largest chain outlets and has a superior touch to it. Okay, so it's a basic information about this restaurant, okay, chain outlet. Okay, you can see some of the words that I have highlighted. They are link words. Okay, so you want to use the linking words to show the differences in your points. Okay, firstly, it is situated at an ideal place. Okay, adjective here, I forgot to highlight. Located smack in the middle of the city. Okay, location, we have mentioned the location here. This fast food chain serves a wide variety of mouth-watering. Okay, fast food. What kind of food? It is fast food actually. Okay, American dishes at a reasonable price. These range from typical nachos or French fries to more elaborate meals like homemade steak. Okay, so you give the some of the examples of the food offered there. If you're hungry, it's the place to fill your stomach as the servings are absolutely generous and sumptuous. Generous means a big portion. Okay, another plus point is the ambience. Okay, this space is equipped with magnificent decor. Magnificent. Okay, another adjective. Furthermore, if sorry, there's a typo here. It should be a little I. If you are a film buff, okay, film buff, a movie fan, you will quickly fall in love with the space since all the walls are covered with famous movie posters. Okay, so this is a decoration, the interior part of the restaurant. It also has a spacious hall. Okay, again, adjective describing the hall, the place basically. Super friendly waitress and outdoor terrace, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, uh, so description. Okay, and a little bit here, discussion. Quickly fall in love. Okay. So here the last bit of the essay, which is the recommendation. Okay, in this text or in this essay, we can see a contrast. Okay, so the word used is however. Okay, namun begitu. Okay, not everything is perfect. Okay, however, there is a downside of this eatery. Okay, so another word for the place to eat, it could be eatery. Okay, not just restaurant or cafe. The only negative thing is that right next to this restaurant is a gym. It makes me feel guilty for eating so much. Okay, I think this is very much this very much relates to myself. Nevertheless, California Cafe offers delicious meals in an unbeatable atmosphere. Okay, so you should give it a try. Okay, here, give it a try. Okay, is it a positive or negative recommendation? Okay, I promise you won't regret it. Okay, so here you can see something which is more motivating or encouraging the readers to go there. Okay, it gives you the assurance. Okay, bagi orang tu percaya lah. Okay, besides you won't burn a hole in your pocket, that's for sure. Okay, won't burn a hole in your pocket. Apa tu? I'm sure some of you know. All right, tips. Just a little bit more. All right. Ask yourself these questions before you start writing your review. Who or what is the review for? Okay, so you need to look at the question again. Who are you writing for? Where is it going to be published? Who's going to read it? Okay, next. What information or contents must you include? Okay, this is in the question again. What is the requirement of the question? Apa maklumat yang dia nakkan? Normally there will be three. Okay, three things that you must put in your essay. Next, how long must your review be? Okay, this one I think easy. For part 3, you already know it should be between 200 and 250 words. Must it be written in paragraphs? Of course. Is there a specific format that you must use? Okay, do you have a format for this? Is it a report? Is it a formal letter? Okay. Is it something more casual than that? Think about that. Is it a formal or informal piece of writing? Okay, something like that. Something like the above point. Must your language be formal or casual? Okay. So read and reread the question to understand the requirements. Okay, so this is your part. This is your part. Okay, where you try and do this. You try to attempt this essay. Okay, let's look at the question. Your English teacher has selected you to write a review on the last restaurant that your family had dined in for your school bulletin. Okay, probably you need to imagine your life pre-COVID, right? Because we haven't been dining at restaurants for so long, right? Okay, in your review, you must include the following information. First, the food. Okay, what kind of food does it serve? What about the drinks? Okay, does it have special promotions? And so on and so forth. Okay, next, the service given by the restaurant workers. Okay, how did the waiter or waitress serve you? Did they seem friendly? Were they helpful? Okay, were they fast and alert to serve you? Okay, next, the atmosphere of the restaurant. Okay, how did you feel as soon as you stepped into the restaurant? Do you feel welcomed? Do you feel weird? Do you feel reluctant or doubtful? Okay, how is the paint and so on? Okay, the decoration and so on. Okay, write your review to between 200 to 250 words. As you can see here, you shouldn't miss the outline of the review because here it is already mentioned 3 times in bold that it is a review. Okay, and by now, I hope you already understand how to write a review. What should be in a review? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all from me. Now, Teacher Zira.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Teacher AZHANI. So I hope all of you enjoy this amazing presentation. So now I would like to open QA session. All right. Those students in Google Meet, you can switch on your mic. And if you have any questions, you can ask now before I go through the live chat to look for the questions. You can simply switch on your mic and ask Teacher Azhani now. Don't be shy.
Yeah, any questions? I would love to try to answer them.
Any question from Farah, Nabila, Imanina?
I think we don't have any question for
Okay,
now.
right. Okay, Imanina, you can ask question now.
Yes, Nina? Can you repeat your question?
No. Okay, all right. There are a few questions from the chat in our YouTube now. Okay, okay. Teacher Azani, one question. How could
Yes.
we gain more marks?
Sorry?
How could we gain more marks in review writing?
Oh, okay. Apart from following the outline, I suggest or I recommend you to use big words, bombastic words, which are not the ordinary ones that we use every day. Okay, try to do that and show that you have a clear progression in your outline from introduction to description to discussion and lastly recommendation. You must have a clear the clear content for each paragraph. I think that would help in getting you good marks.
Okay, thank you for that. All right. There is one more question. Okay, which question we should choose for part 3 in paper 2?
Itu.
So we have 3 options to answer in paper 2 part 3. So review is one of it. So the question is they ask, is it the easiest question to score?
Um, I wouldn't say there are any specific type of essay that you could pick. Uh, okay, for example, let's say today you are very confident about writing or choosing a letter, let's say a formal letter. Okay, let's say you have been very confident about the format, about the tone and style of a formal letter. Okay, but then when the time comes, when the day comes, when you read the question, you might feel that a review would be more suitable for you to write that day. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend any specific type of essay. Okay, I think it is yourself. It's based on yourselves. Okay, what do you feel most comfortable in answering? Okay.
Okay, all right. There is one question from Shahrul. The question is, okay, what is the best bombastic words for review?
Oh, that's a difficult question, I think. We have first of all, we have different types of reviews. Okay, because for each question it will be more specific. For example, book review or movie review, food or restaurant reviews, and so on. So it is based on the question. It depends on the question. Okay, so the vocabulary would not fit into all of these types. Okay, it would fit. You would need to understand what review would it be on. Okay, baru kamu boleh kata bombastik untuk mana. Kalau bombastik untuk um, apa ni, restaurant, it might not be suitable for book. Okay, it might not be suitable for movie and so on. Okay, depends on the question. Uh,
Okay. One more question here. Okay. Uh, can we write? Can we give a bad review while we are answering SPM question?
Ah, interesting. Okay, actually, I had wanted to insert that in my slide, but I totally forgot. Okay, you are recommended to be fair. You are recommended to be fair, as in talk about both the good and the bad, the pros and cons. Okay, but at the end, yes, you can say that. Personally, I dis
We
ah
won't recommend, right?
personally I won't recommend this place at all, something like that. Boleh. Tapi at first tu mungkin you nak
Okay.
carilah, nak husnuzon sikit lah kan.
Okay. So there is no right and wrong for you to give bad review of anything that you do for reviewing. Okay. All right. Any other questions before we end the session? Any more question from live chat? Okay. All right. So far, no more questions. Okay. All right. I think that's it. All right. Thank you again. Thank you very much to Teacher AZHANI and the students out there. All right. Hopefully you can benefit something from this presentation, especially for those who are going to sit for your SPM next year. Okay. This is actually part 3 is the toughest question for you to score. But out of 3 options given, this is the easiest question for you to write. Okay, so it was a pleasure to have all of you here. I think this concludes, this conclude the answering techniques for one of the questions in our paper 2, which is your writing paper. Okay, what else? Thank you everyone for attending this session again. Hopefully we can see you again in the next session. And everyone stay safe and see you again next time.
Okay, thank you. Bye everyone.
Thank you. Apapun mereka bilang, tekadku takkan hilang. Jalanku masih panjang, garis akhir yang ku pandang. Apapun mereka bilang, tekadku takkan hilang. Jalanku masih panjang, garis akhir yang ku pandang. Apapun mereka bilang, tekadku takkan hilang. Jalanku masih panjang, garis akhir yang